Breaking news on Martyn Lucas Investors channel. We are looking at Snapchat. We are going to do a full technical chart for you. What are the levels looking like, support and resistance? Where are we heading on Snapchat? We've got the full news of the earnings. It is down 14.5% as we speak. So very volatile at the moment. Let's see if we can make sense of what's going on. So thank you for tuning in. Let's get straight into the video. So we've got Snapchat technology, Snapchat Incorporated down 15% currently. We've had that big move down on the earnings news. We are currently down at $7.74. We are looking at the chart here. So if we zoom out and we can just do a bit of chart analysis before we look at the news and see what is going on. So we have looked at this chart before, hence we've got a few different trajectories going on. So obviously Snapchat IPO'd $30, came all the way down to its all-time lows back in 2018 and made all-time lows at the price of $4.73. So we will draw a level of horizontal resistance there. It then went all the way to its all-time highs at $81. And then it dropped back into its accumulation phase. So I do think Snapchat is in a bit of a weird accumulation phase right now, back at support. Where is that support? Well, I think it's a support where it touched back in 2020. It went all the way down to $7.67. And then more recently, after this big dramatic move to the downside after 2021, we've been seeing Snapchat trying to move sideways and accumulate. So this is sometimes you manage to find some good buys. Again, nothing I say during this video is financial advice. It's just my thoughts and opinions only, and only looking at it from a technical chart perspective and dubiously speculating on what can occur. So if I just draw a rectangle here, you can see that the price action here is forming a sort of an accumulation pattern, and we are very much at the bottom of it, around $7.63. So again, we see these patterns, and normally they break out to the upside because buyers are not letting the price head below $7.71. That is the level of support. However, sometimes in accumulation phases, what you get is a flush out to the bottom. And you might see something like a move towards the downside before you start suddenly moving back towards the upside. So what I would be doing with Snapchat right now, again, this is not financial advice, but we are at the bottom of the accumulation phase. So I'd be happily taking on some risk, buying at where we are now, and also waiting for my next buy at potentially the all-time lows at $4.71. And then we can start seeing a move. I'll be taking profits potentially at $20 and maybe even higher. But when you zoom out, you can see it's had its massive move to the upside. It's come down. It's trying to accumulate. It's trying to find a base. It's not going anywhere, in my opinion. And what you've got going on is potentially $20 as your next take profit zone. So looking at the news that came out, this is the reason that Snapchat has declined. So what it did, it withheld Q2 guidance. Why did it do that? Well, Snapchat chose not to provide financial guidance for the second quarter, citing macroeconomic uncertainties. The decision has unsettled investors. It's created fear, as it raises concerns about the company's future performance amid an unpredictable economic landscape. Another reason it's declined is the impact of the US tariff policies. The closure of the de minimis tariff loophole by the Trump administration has led to reduced advertising spending by some Chinese retailers on the platform like Snapchat. This policy change directly affects Snap's advertising revenue, particularly from international clients, and also investor caution amid economic uncertainty. The combination of withheld guidance and external economic pressures has led to increased investor caution. Despite positive Q1 results, the lack of clarity about future earnings has prompted a sell-off. So what has actually happened is a 1.36 billion 14% year-on-year growth, surpassing analyst expectations. So it beat earnings adjusted loss of 0.08 per share, better than the anticipated loss of 0.13 cents. So 13 cents loss. Daily active users are now 460 million, a 9% increase year on year. They're still growing. Monthly active users surpass 900 million. Advertiser growth, 60% increase in active advertisers driven by small and medium-sized businesses. So to me, it doesn't look too bad. To me, it's an overreaction. They just don't know what to say about the future because it is uncertain times, and that is what the tariffs are causing at the moment. So I would be looking at this as a potential buying opportunity. Again, do your own research, but Snapchat to me, at least at its first buying zone at $7.88, I will be waiting. I will have some money on the side to buy it lower as well in case we drop. But thank you for watching this video. If you did enjoy this, there will be a video up here for you to watch, a video up here. But until next time, take care of yourselves.